Greetings, citizens! Last time in the Just Create SMP, we brought steam power to a new permanent base location. Today, we'll be moving a factory into the new location, working out some trades with our fellow server mates, and building a Roman temple. Let's do it! We have big plans today. You'll remember that last time we got set up with a lava farm and steam power at our permanent base location. And I love to see all the comments I got in response to questions I was asking about what we should do with this area. If we go into FreeCam and look at the whole place, you'll see that it's rough, but it has a lot of potential. Some of the comments were talking about these, the chain conveyors that we have set up to bring power around, how they could be turned into more of like an obelisk structure or a big column, and I love that idea. Unsurprisingly, many of you agreed we should turn this into like a Palatine Hill or Capitoline Hill, even the 7 hills of Rome all the way around. So there will be a lot of work we're doing on top of here, and it's going to be, you know, a forum and markets and workshops and all that sort of thing. Also, unsurprisingly, that will take a lot of prep work because it is very rough around here. You'll also remember we got schematics of a lot of the things we built already back at spawn that we'll need to replicate over here. And finally, a few of you mentioned we made a nether portal to get us back quickly to spawn, and a lot of you asked why not do a train line instead. Mainly because I'm familiar with the nether portals, not with trains. It is something we'll learn, but I'll have to look into that and get it figured out. To begin with today, I was thinking we could do some shaping around here to get things ready for additional structures and probably at least put the iron farm in over here because I do believe we're going to need a lot of iron going forward. Particularly because I believe in order to get train track, you need either zinc or iron, it looks like, so we'll need a lot of this. But many other things too, we're still going to need it. So that makes me think we should choose a spot to put the iron farm, and I don't think I need it like prominently featured anywhere. In fact, I was almost thinking we could choose an area and dig a hole in the ground. Very surprising, I know. But I like the idea of a lot of the factories and things like that either being inside structures or underground with a structure on top of it, so you could just go down and, you know, get whatever you need from there, or send the items upward, or even downward if our storage ends up being underground. Yeah, we also need storage here, so yeah, you can tell. Lots and lots of things to do. For that reason, I'm thinking we do a little bit of terraforming and getting areas ready, maybe even right around here. Because if I could put the iron farm underground right here, we could start building structures right on top of it. So I have a lot of things to prep and get ready and terraform and all of that sort of thing, so I'm going to do that, and then we'll bring you back in. Let's do it. Oh, what's this? Docktown, relax and enjoy. Large laggy boats can be seen operating this area. Very nice. I love that. We're just grabbing some stuff back at spawn. All right, we've got that. Let's head back. I grabbed some drills and things because I do think we're going to start right here, and I'm just going to dig an area out because we'll be doing something up here that I don't necessarily want, at least not an iron factory. It might be other factories. In fact, it might be ones that use iron as a part of it. But anyway, under this area, we're going to move the iron and actually probably andesite factory down here as well. So let's pick a spot and set this up. So here's the things that I brought with me. Let's get some drills set up so we can dig out an area underground. I'm not sure if this will be enough space, but if it's not, we can take our other mining drill and just expand the walls. This is just to get the initial sort of depth that we're looking for. Okay, yeah, that will probably need to be bigger, but this, like I said, this will just be the initial depth, so I think that'll be all right. And of course, we'll need a rope pulley to run this. I'm only putting one chest on because I kind of don't care about gathering the materials that are under here. We've already got enough of that stuff, but it does need to be glued together. And my hope is that this will be as easy as connecting this to a chain conveyor and then getting it hooked up to one of the existing ones, but I don't know if you can do that, so we're going to find out. But this is ready, so now or never. I guess we'll sleep first and then we'll do it. Okay, so can I connect this to this without everything exploding? It says can connect, so I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. Perfect. It is going the wrong way, but we've never let that stop us before. We just take that, go here, and wow, that's going fast. Okay. I should have decided how deep I wanted this before we started, but let's say a good amount. We could always put in a new floor if we wanted higher up, because there's the iron farm, or not the iron farm, this is the lava farm, so we could probably go at least as deep as that, so they could connect up if they need to. Underground tunnels. That's probably good, right? Yeah, let's grab that, bring her back up. Beautiful. Yeah, I'll take some of this stuff, the rest, nah. And that is kind of all I needed this for, so I guess we just disassemble it. But we also need to remember to get rid of the glue. Easy stuff. This is gonna be messy. Oh boy, yeah. I could have made this a contraption in case we need it again, but honestly it doesn't take more than a couple minutes to put it up, so no matter. Now we use the other mining drill to expand it, make it a bit bigger. Then we can move in the iron and andesite farm. Let's say maybe 10 blocks in each direction. That should do the trick. And hopefully I can count that out properly. Let's find out. All right, did I get it? 8, 9, 10. I did. Ha! I can count. Ah, I can't count. That was 11. Oh well. Hopefully this will remind me to just do walls up to this point. Ah! Leave me alone. I'm trying to count. No, I forgot we need lights. You really are supposed to be reminding me of these things, citizen. Get out of here. Hey, I got 10 anyway. Nice. All right, perfect. Now just the corners and we're in business. What? I used lights. Are you coming from up there or something? Unacceptable. That should be plenty of space. And if we look, that's a lot of space, and it's just right here. So we could even have, oh yeah, there are skeletons up here. So they're falling down on us. But anyway, you know, we'll probably have elevators going up and down from here, but that should be good, which means we just get the materials and schematics and we get things running down here now. Oh, we need power down here as well. Up we go. All right, I've got my schematic cannon stuff, and I just realized something. We had an older version of cobble generation working, and we wanted to try to update that. I guess either way, we need to empty some of this out. I don't know about the cobble. I might turn this into a contraption because I don't feel like trying to get 30,000 cobblestone somewhere else. I suppose I could run it real quick and just use it all up. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. I think it was just this one here starts it. Yeah. But we need to edit this so that it doesn't turn back on, right? Or I guess I could just get rid of that clutch up there. No more power for you. There we go. So we'll let it burn through all of this. It should go pretty quickly. Then we could start disassembling and getting it moved to the new area. And all of this put into storage. Alright, that's the last of the andesite, but we do need to clear out a lot of flint. And I don't want to keep any of it, if we're being honest. So we're going to do this, the old reliable light of fire filter for flint. Actually, I don't need to filter at all, because it's just flint and rotten flesh. So we turn that around, and we get rid of everything. This stuff I probably will keep. We've got, wow, 2,700 iron nuggets left, so we'll have to move that into storage. But we're making progress. No, I didn't get impatient. What are you talking about? This is the way it's supposed to work. There we go. And that is everything completely cleared out. And at the end of the day, we've got about 3.1 thousand andesite alloy and about 3,000 iron ingot. And about the same in iron nuggets, so, I mean, we're not doing bad. And since we don't want to be wasteful, I think it makes sense to take all of this apart. I do have these schematics, so we can recreate it exactly as it is. I don't know that we're going to, but there's no point in leaving all of this here. Ooh, maybe I leave this here. I think lava might start spilling out everywhere if I don't. I could fix that, but, I mean, come on. That would take seconds of effort. There we go. Looks weird now that it's all taken out. And the same goes for the iron farm. There we go, just about gone. It does free up a lot of space for us here if we need it. Oh, I nearly forgot. I meant to put up some new artwork at the baths too, but we need a good spot. Maybe right as you enter, right here. So, if I do this, gotta remember how to do this. There we go. Resize the frame. That should be good. And this is an image by Avon, or Avon. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, so apologies about that, but look at that. Suds up at the Roman bath. And I think that'll work nicely as you're walking in. You can see that. I love it. Keep them coming. These are really great. Hello?
Hello? Where?
Daniel?
Where are you? Yeah.
In the baths.
In the bath. Oh, this is the baths.
Yeah. I'm disassembling it actually. All the factory bits. I'm almost done. Not the bathhouse, just the factories that were in it.
Oh, I see. Oh yeah. Moving out, huh?
Yep. Got schematics of everything, but I'm not sure it matters because I might just build it from scratch. It was iron and andesite alloy, but yeah, bringing it over to a new area.
Oh, nice. The new area is actually what I'm here to talk to you about.
Interesting.
Because I think I've flown over it, and I have a little proposal for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
Do you wanna head on over there?
Yeah, sure.
Well, but I've got to make sure it's actually your stuff I saw as well.
Well, I've got
more of just a nether portal when I was there.
Yes, yeah. Well, anything that's there currently is underground, and that's actually, now that you mention it, I do have a shortcut in the nether, but everybody else I've noticed is using trains, so I'm thinking about potentially doing that, but we'll see.
No, I mean I'm using the nether shortcut myself. Oh, so this is okay. So that's why. All right.
Yep, right over here. Yep. So not much happening yet. The only
there's
thing.
more than when I was here.
Yeah. The only thing so far is I set up. That's actually the reason I have these here, and I never do it. I really should. But
well, it's a bit of a slow way down. Oh, it's a little house now.
Yeah. So just a little builder's hut that I set up first, and then the power is coming from in here, which there's no entrance on this side. It's actually on the other side.
Oh, I see. Is this? Wait, is this Beardy power or?
No, I didn't want to have to bring Beardy Power all the way over here, so I just set up my own.
Oh,
Beardy doesn't know
I
about
just
it yet.
told him. I see. I just told him, you know what? Here, have some diamonds. Bring power to my new base.
I should have done that.
Cheap. Only 32 were diamonds, and well, I mean, you do have to pay for the power tokens. But not having steam engines in your base. Oh, the lag save. Oh,
that's true. That's true. Although nothing's here yet, so I haven't experienced any lag, but I'm sure it'll happen.
Yeah, it's mainly FPS, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Anyways, you did mention trains, and that is actually like why I'm here. Because if you follow me and just head north a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a little further than I thought. But no, there it is.
Ah.
There is a rail line.
And I assume this is your area here?
Yes, so this is my... Actually, just foliage area and firework. Rocket factory, yeah.
Got it.
Not my main area. This is just a little temporary stop along the way.
Hold on, you've got intruders. We can't let this stand. Mars Exulte!
Anyways, yeah, this is my area, and this train line is what I've built, so technically mine. Anyways, what I wanted to propose, instead of you having to build your own train line, I was thinking maybe you'd want to hook up to this one, where I think around where this bridge is might be the closest spot to do it. Save you building a few bridges as well.
Let's see here. Yeah, that's not too far off. Just across this one bridge, really, would all be all it takes.
I mean, people love bridges.
True enough.
And
yeah,
isn't, like, Roman stuff known for like building those big bridge aqueduct things, kind of like bridges.
Aqueducts, yeah. Which I haven't set up any yet, and I need to do that.
Exactly. So you can build a train aqueduct. Surely that's a thing, right?
I'm sure. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to think about it when I make a train because, you know, I'm not doing anything that looks too modern, but I will make a Roman version of a train for sure.
Oh, I'm intrigued to see it. Anyways, if you want to figure out a way to just hook up here, hook up at the other bridge, hook up... I mean, this curved piece of track here would be a little hard to hook up to, but there are some diagonal pieces right over there by the power pole that you could hook up to. Depends a little bit on, well, I mean, how easy it is to hook it up, but it should be fine, I think, maybe. But yeah, no, if you want to hook up there, and all I ask is, I built a tunnel back at spawn connecting the end of this train line and, like, the train station. It's a little on the small side, in the roof department, mainly. And it need to go up, like, 1 or 2 blocks, so, you know, to connect to the rail line and extend the tunnel. So right over here, actually right next to where you're set up, there is this train bridge, and then there's the tunnel, which does also need some end caps. I have not got around to that. And it is a little... Well, for my trains, it's perfect, but people have told me I have small trains.
How dare they?
Yeah, how dare they?
And it's so is it just the height, or is it also the width that needs to be?
The width is fine. I don't think anyone has trains wider than 3 blocks and then like a trapdoor, or a max a half slab. So, it's really only the height. I think Beardy's hits the roof, and then Chosen's is the one that needs to go through it, which is why I actually need to raise it. And maybe your train. I have no idea how tall your train's going to be.
Yeah, neither do I, but it'd be good to know it could be taller. Yeah, I think that should be doable. I wonder, even if when I did build a train, if it could have something on it that... You
could definitely put some drills on top to just carve away the top layers and then rebuild.
Deployers.
That's what I did originally with...
well, no,
you could use deployers as well. Yep. That's what Beardy did for his tunnels.
Would it work with the pattern switching what you're using?
Yes and no. You could give them schematics, and it should work.
Oh, I see.
I don't know if that works on trains, but it does work on deployers, just on contraptions. So it should work.
Oh.
And then you just have to position that, or you just use a schematic cannon to raise it. That's what I did.
I was just gonna say. Yeah, maybe even just a schematic and then just move it up and clear it out.
Yep, something like that. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that should be pretty easy to do.
Okay, that's good.
Although, what sort of time frame are you thinking?
Oh, no time frame at all, really. Whenever you get around to it, just do it at some point.
Okay. Yeah. How many blocks higher do you think it needs to be?
2, 3, max 3, I think.
Okay.
I reckon 2's enough.
All right. So 2 or 3 higher, maybe if we want to be safe, but that should work. Cool. Yeah, I think that's
Right.
that's doable.
Good, good. And best of luck with that.
Yeah, thanks. And you mentioned Chosen coming through here. Do you know where he's at? I don't think I've seen Chosen much at all, and I keep not catching him.
All the stuff west of spawn is pretty much his, except a big building, which is Eggs. And I think Eggs base is somewhere over there. I just don't know exactly where.
Okay, I don't know that I'm looking at my map. I haven't really been west, hardly at all. So maybe I'll go
There is,
explore.
it's probably one of the most expansive areas, so...
Got it. Okay,
the one
I shall find him.
Yes.
Cool. Well, thanks, Stan.
Well, thank you. And best of luck with the trains eventually. Bye.
Sounds good. See ya. Let's see if we could find Chosen. I'm assuming we just follow the rail line, and yeah, there's a lot over here. Hello. Chosen. Hello. Mr. Architect.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good. I am, as you can see, putting chickens on a wall.
That is a very worthy accomplishment.
Yes, it's great. It's a trophy wall. Anyways,
Yeah.
what's up?
I was just talking with Stan. He said he came over to talk to you. He was telling me well, first of all, he asked if I wanted to join to his rail line, which I think I'm going to be doing, but also he said his tunnel is a little bit small, so I'm going to be making it bigger. And then he blamed you. He said you were the reason that it needed to be bigger.
Well, I mean, it's his fault. He built small trains. They're cute, but they're small. That's fine.
No, but I just came to see what was up. I haven't really been out west much here by you, and I was just taking a little look around.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of development, a lot of construction out here. Yeah.
And I'm also noticing what's on your hands.
I've been playing with the XP a little bit too much. It's kind of rubbing off on my hands for some reason. I don't know. It's really sticky, honestly.
Okay.
Hard to,
Didn't you?
Yeah.
Last time I saw you, you had. Was it mud or? I really was hoping it wasn't manure.
We'll call it chocolate. We'll call it chocolate.
Okay. Well, yeah. that makes me feel better if it's chocolate.
There's still chocolate. It's just underneath the apron. Yeah, it's definitely there. Underneath the overalls. Yep.
Okay. Have you considered this? I don't like to talk about personal hygiene with anybody, but have you considered a bath at all?
I haven't.
I don't know if
nice though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know
nice,
if you've been over by Spawn by my area, but recently I put in a Roman style bath, and if you are looking to clean up after these chicken wall adventures of yours, that might be an option for you.
That would be nice. That would be really nice. Wait, what's the catch?
Well, I'm not Stam, so I'm not gonna, put you to work or anything. But you've got a lot going on over here. Is there anything? Seeing as I'd be sharing the bath, well, that sounds a little bit weird. Giving you private access to the bath. Is there anything new you got going on? I mean, you're talking about XP on your hands. I wouldn't mind a little XP.
Yeah, I definitely could do XP. I got plenty of XP. Yeah, you could get like the first share of XP. That'd be great, right?
Yeah.
Wait. But it is going to come at another cost.
Uh-oh.
What's a good selling price for like a stack of enchanted blocks? I mean, does like a diamond for a stack sound good? I mean, I'm trying to come up with an idea there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on how hard it is to make. Like back at the Golden Carrot shop, I did a diamond for 32 just because it takes a bit longer with all the gold, but also it looks like you produce things very, very quickly. So it depends on how difficult it was.
Maybe a diamond is good for a stack. I think that might be a good. But yeah, a bath. How much would you want for a bath? I mean, I would love to wash some of this stuff off. I mean, I think after I'm done with all the hyper experience stuff, I can definitely take a dip and then like I'll leave you however much you want. How much you need?
I mean,
how many stacks of blocks?
Stacks of blocks. I think a bath is a pretty simple thing. If you just want to leave me a stack, that would be fine. And then if you ever find yourself needing to get cleaned off again and you want to donate more, that'd be perfectly fine with me.
Okay. That seems fair. I'll probably do that. I'll throw in some blaze rods as well. How about that?
Hey, that'd be fantastic.
Perfect. I need to get rid of these blaze rods.
Is that a byproduct you're making, is blaze rods?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh, those those are blaze spawners in there. Okay, that's why I was hearing all the noise. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, and all the fist punching. You want to see back here? Here, look.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yep. And then they all like the crushing wheels are producing XP, but the deployers every time one of them dies produces a guaranteed 3 of those every operation.
And they're just getting pushed in by the belts, and they happily kind of just fall into their doom.
Yep.
Well, that is very impressive. I can see how kind of solving XP forever with this.
I'm hoping. I am hoping. I'm hoping. But anyways, I'm about to not only be generating this XP, but House Fortune 4 sound.
Fortune 4?
And House Protection, Fire Protection, Blast Protection, and Projectile Protection all on your gear sound.
Impossible.
It's not. What about Infinity and Mending on a Bow?
You don't know how many comments I've gotten in the past with my hardcore world, because I had to replace my bow several times with Infinity. Everybody asking, why don't you just put Mending on it? Why don't you just put Mending on it? Because you can't.
I can now. I can now.
Wow.
I am going to. But yes, yeah. I will definitely get the bathhouse going. I have got chickens to, I don't even know what I would call this, to organize.
Yeah, the chicken wall.
The wall of chickens, yeah. I'm going to have eggs.
Chicken
a lot more eggs. It's a weird time to show up, honestly.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure I want to ask why you need so many eggs.
I really don't. I don't know. I just like, I'll just add enough. Too many.
Well, yeah, yes. You definitely look busy, so I'll leave you to it. I've got I'm moving some of my farms from spawn over to my permanent area off to the east.
Okay, well be sure to look after today. I'll clean up, I think, after I get all of the enchanting done, and be on the lookout. There'll be some XP sitting there for you.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, bud.
Yep, we'll see ya. Well, that was interesting. Now we have a way to connect up to an existing train line, which means we're not going to have to do as much work. We did sign ourselves up for a little bit of work with Stan, but that really shouldn't be too bad. And I also don't plan on getting to it this episode, so no worries. It's also kind of an unlikely thing that we're able to get some experience just for use of the bath, but I will take it. Give Chosen an opportunity to clean up in here. Anyway, we were just about done taking out the last bit of the iron farm over here. So I will continue to do that, get this cleaned up, and then we can head back over to the new area. There we go, all empty. Everything is in my shulker boxes. And like I mentioned to Stam, I am just not sure if I'm gonna use our schematic cannon to bring the exact same thing back over to the new area. I kind of think I'm not start from scratch, but I might do a new design. Let's get over there and we'll see. Now I was kind of thinking, like I said, a couple changes to the farms. And there's a lot of area down there. Part of me was thinking, why didn't we just make a cobblestone generator kind of in this chute that goes downwards? There'd probably be an elevator coming up through the middle, but off to one of the sides we could have a larger vault generating cobble that gets sent downward, and as it gets sent downward, it gets processed. That way, when we got down here, some of this area could be more specific things. So for example, by the time it gets here, it might be iron ingots or even iron blocks or things like that. Then it could be sent off into other areas. The same cobble could be used to make sand or, you get the picture. It could just be used for multiple things. I may do that and I may not, but I do want to use that idea at least for the iron. So I think what I'll do is go into time lapse. We'll get it all set up so that the iron is brought down from up there all the way down here, a little bit more efficient than we had it set up before. And then we can talk about next steps, probably getting things set up on the surface level. See you in a bit, citizen. We'll talk through a bit of this setup after the cinematic. So let's get in a quick Roman fact while we work through the setup. Born Gaius Octavius in 63 BCE, Augustus Caesar was the maternal great-nephew of Julius Caesar. Upon Caesar's assassination in 44 BCE, Octavius was named as his adopted son and principal heir in Caesar's will, inheriting his name, estate, and the loyalty of his legions. This propelled young Octavius, then only 18 years old, into the tumultuous world of Roman politics. Through brilliant administration, clever alliances, and no small amount of ruthlessness, Augustus became the first emperor of Rome and reigned until 14 CE, when he died at the age of 75. We'll take a brief break from the cinematic just to say this is working fantastic. I believe I made the necessary changes to the cobble generator, so the biggest thing you'll notice is the blocks don't actually break and show the animation of them kind of flying down into the inventory below it. Now they just show like the cracks, and then a piece of cobble is deposited into whatever inventory is below it, which is just a bunch of funnels down there. So that's working great. We do have a threshold switch like before, so it should stop if it does get full. Right now, I added so many crushing wheels that it's keeping up and it's not filling up. And we also have a smart chute to collect the iron nuggets and the flint as they go down into the inventory here. We're currently getting rid of the flint and then immediately getting our iron nuggets made into iron ingot. So that's working beautifully. However, I currently have no way out of here aside from flying out with a firework rocket in my elytra, and it doesn't look great up here. It's just a hole in the ground. So that's all I wanted to mention. I'm now going to move on to go gather materials to do a little bit of shaping up here to make it look a little bit better, and then put a structure on top. So I'm off to prep for that, and you're going back to time-lapse. Enjoy, citizen. I wanted a somewhat flat area available to begin building a structure to cover the iron farm, so I placed stone around the hole with a staircase leading down towards the grass. I like the combination of limestone, tuff, and diorite for Roman temples and structures, so I stuck with it for this build. I got the foundation and stairway up in place, and began thinking about what I wanted for the structure. Unsurprisingly, I figured columns were a must. I spaced them out a bit with stairs at the top and bottom for support, and created a simple stair and block perimeter above to hold the roof. I decided on using granite slabs for the roof rather than stairs because I didn't want it to be too steep. I was pleased with how everything was looking so far, so I decided to take a breath and step back to see what we might want to add now that the basic structure was in place. Things are looking much better than a hole in the ground around here now, he says, even though there's still a hole in the ground. So yeah, two things still strike me. One, we need to get an elevator in here because I want a way down there that's not trying to fly up and smack my forehead against that. And number two, it is better. It's still a bit bland. I think I need little embellishments all over the place. So those are two things I need to work on. Right, Piggy? Right. Oh, we have to go back too and check on the shop. I haven't checked, and I saw name ideas for our pig back at the shop. I need to grab embellishments for this place anyway. We might run back, that way I can refill the shulker boxes, and I need to get stuff for elevators. Yeah, let's run back real quick. Oh, by the way, too, well, no, I'll show you when we make the elevator, because I don't want to fly up, but that's been working. I think last time I checked, we had something like 2,000 iron down there. Not too shabby. Alright, let's go check the shop. We do need to pick up a bunch of stuff while we're here. Alright, let's see what we got. Ooh, 22 diamonds. Good job. Really working on those sales. I will take those, thank you very much. Somebody has been eating their carrots. Well, I'm a fan of that, and yeah, like I said, I saw a bunch of name ideas for pig here. I don't know that I have any name tags. I need to eventually get name tags so we can officially name all of you. But I think the name I liked the most was Biggest Piggus, so that's what we're going with. You are now Biggest Piggus. If you know, you know. Alright, let's go grab our stuff. I'm making some girders and brackets because I think those will come in handy. And then of course we need an elevator pulley, a contraption controls, that's a bit difficult to say, a couple redstone contacts. As far as embellishments, we haven't used these yet, the valve handles, they look kind of nice. And do I have any of that stuff? Not really. Need some more copper sheet. Bonk. 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 That should be good. We can get 10 of them. Between those couple things and what I already have in all these shulker boxes, I think we can do some damage over there. And I'm nearly certain I'm forgetting something, but I don't think so. We've got the elevator pulley, the contraption controls. Oh, we need glue. That's something we'll need. Do I have glue on me? I might, actually. Yeah, I must, because I don't have it in here. There you are. Yep, we're good. Back we go. Da 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 da. Now the question is, do we leave it as it is here, or do I make an actual sort of nice looking shaft on the way down that has polished cut limestone as an example going all the way down? Because we usually don't do that. I think it might be a good idea if there's room. Got quite a bit of this, and this. This is one of the corners here, so if we start with that, right up against the wall, this is where it'll be a bit awkward, because we get right up against the cobble generator. Yeah, this will be a bit strange, but you'll get a view of this on your way down, at least. Then we just kind of fill in the rest, really. Hey, what are you doing? I have torches down here. I keep trying to convince them of that, and they don't believe me. And weirdly, I think the door will come out right here, which will be a little bit awkward, because you're just coming right onto this, but that's okay, I guess. There we go. I think that's it. Now, we just set up the actual elevator, and since I already know we're going to need a redstone contact down here, we may as well do that. And I needed 3, didn't I? I think I might have brought what I need, I hope. Because we need 1 here, 1 up there, and then 1 on the actual elevator. That's right. Ah, well. So just remember, citizen, it needs to be right there at the top as well. So, if it's right there, we need it right here. Like that, I believe, yep. Please tell me I brought redstone. Yes. That saved me a trip. So now you go here. Good. Now we just design our actual elevator. Simple floor. Might be able to use chutes as a part of the decoration. And actually, so I remember, I think this needs to be the door. So we'll do things like this. Follow with metal girder on top. So far, this is the only part of the temple. Yeah, I haven't decided. Is this a temple? This might be the temple to Jupiter. Or Zeus if you're feeling Hellenistic. Probably a good way to found a new province. Honor Jupiter. You know what I mean, citizen. In fact, this almost makes it look like this is an older temple, and then somebody came in with, like, industrial era gear to excavate whatever's happening beneath it. Ooh, I like that. We'll also want an andesite door. That way it could open on its own, I believe. These don't really connect up to anything well, so we're not going to do that. We're trying to think outside the box, citizen, and yeah, nothing's really connecting up nicely here. Don't like that. Might just go with that, nice and simple. We'll have to get something on top. Maybe the windows will go up here more happily? Yeah, that looks a bit better. Actually, will it let me do that? No, it makes them connect. I was hoping we could do something like this where they all come through and do that sort of thing, but then it doesn't matter if I shift or not, they just keep connecting. Well, we'll put one here and one back here, almost like it's some kind of window like that. There we go. That's a decent elevator. Now we have to make it an elevator. Oh, I forgot about this. You can go here. Boop. Now, the glue, start from down there to up there. And actually, these I don't think are technically touching, so we might need to do something like this, just so they're all connected. Now we can connect all of that, get our elevator pulley somewhere up here, bring a metal girder across. That way, we've got something to connect this to. And power is over there. We could probably sneak some in right up there. Yeah, we still have a bunch of this stuff. Oh wait, there's some right back here too. So if we want power coming right here straight across, then we'll probably want... It would work best right on top of this column. We might just have to do something different with the girder, but I like the idea of having this right here. Then we do that. We see if we can connect over here. Hooray! It connects. Yeah, that was what I was curious about, if these could kind of split, which it looks like they can. Now, we might have to remove a couple things right here, so it doesn't look too bonkers. Maybe you, and you. Yeah, I think we can get away with that. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, because now this comes out like this. I'm replacing that. That means we're probably going to have to move this to the side. So we'll bring it over by one, put you right here, get you connected up. Bring shafts out along the side of the girder, make them look a bit nicer, and then everybody happy. Beautiful. Also, can we put brackets on these to make it look like this is connected? No, it won't let me do that. Weird. Okay, so that's powered. I forgot to right-click it while I was up there. We need to do that still, just to get this all assembled. At least it should do that. Right-click? Hooray! I'm so smart. There we go. That's what we want. Elevator contact. And then we want a couple buttons because we need to leave you right there in case we need to call the elevator. And then we need to... How do I edit you? Oh, it's these ones. We have to click the contact. That's right. For now, we'll say Temple of Jupiter is up at the top one. Okay, good. Temple of Jupiter. And then if we go to 0, we should be brought down to the bottom. Pretty please? Hey, it works. Look at that. And then here's our other contact. And this will be... I have no ideas. We're going to say basement for now. Nope, just one basement. There we go. Well, look at that. It works. We've got our elevator shaft heading down. Iron farm, which I completely forgot to check again. But if we look, we've got a little over 2,700 iron ingot. Not terrible at all, really. That's running very quickly. Okay, we are pleased with that. We can head back up. That door closes, brings us right back up quickly, and that is beautiful. It's looking very good, citizen. Now, as far as other bits and bobs around here, still doesn't quite fit into its surroundings. It is a little plain. So why don't we do a couple extra things around here? I was thinking this needs more of a handrail on the way up or down. So if we start with blocks and then swap for the walls, we can do something like this. I have an idea for pathways, and in fact, I think it's probably the next thing that we're going to do, so I don't want to do too much down here because I don't know, for example, if there's going to be just an area down here like, you know, a garden or something, or if I'm making pathways and they'll be connecting up, you know, for example, down here by the builder's hut, the power station down there, will we have pathways, I don't know, coming around this way, up the side of the mountain, right over here? Then would that connect by coming around this way to here? So we wouldn't want to make a garden because it would go right through there. Then it keeps winding up around the side, going up over this way, all the way up to the nether portal. The reason I want to do that is because right now we're kind of just picking spots and building things like this, but I wouldn't mind knowing where, you know, the road that leads to Rome actually leads to and from. That way we can build structures off the road or off the path rather than just picking random spots like this. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but it helps me to talk through it. I should have brought vines. I didn't think about that. Why don't we also put fence on top of here? We'll get to those pathways in a minute. I just want to put a few more things around here. Add a bit of depth, a few more colors. You know the drill, citizen. Oh, we need lights too, don't we? Might be able to make more of those copper bulbs. By the way, I saw comments. You mentioned that they're gonna get weathered. I kind of realized that. I just didn't think about waxing them. We might come back later and wax them, but for now I'm pretty lazy, so we're just gonna do this. Yeah, we might be able to make a few of these. We can get 4 of those. Oh, it took 3. Wow. Yes, we can only afford 4 of those. Maybe that's not the bulk of what we're gonna use. I might just put him up in that spot. That yeah, there's 4 of those then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means everything else, you guessed it, we can make lanterns. I think there's a frog light shop up somewhere now. So eventually we'll be checking that out. For now, let's get some lanterns up here, a couple down at the bottom, just to pretend we're at least like halfway safe. Then we'll grab ourselves a lever and head up here. Or a lever, if you're feeling fancy. Okay, copper. Oh no, I can't put it there. It's complete like 4 corners of a block, not a block. I'm a dingus. So what do I do with these? I don't know. I'll use them somewhere. But for now, I want some random fences around here. Just like over time, people have been hanging things from these, or bits of construction ended up being exposed. We also got these valve handles. I forgot about that. Let's, just sort of accent these here and there. Yeah, see what I mean? It's starting to come along. I think we need something up here. This looks pretty bland. And I have an idea. I've been using andesite casing as scaffolding because you can break it down so quickly with your wrench. It just seems a lot easier. Even than using scaffolding, which is strange. Alright, let's put a valve handle on each side. There we go. Then shafts, not that way. There we go. That way, down the middle. And then this is where these brackets could come in because I think, yeah, we can put them like that. How does that look? Not bad. Actually, this might be where those copper bulbs could come into place. If we do it like there's 2 of these being held up there, do I want 2 copper bulbs here, or do I want one on either side? Like the outsides. Let's do pipe in the middle, like that. And then copper bulb replacing this. Get that turned on. There we go. Same thing on this side. Gives us a little bit of extra light. And now that we're done and we hop down, yeah, that looks much better. Putting the punk in Roman punk a little bit. It was just like, you know what I'm talking about. It was just really like monochromatic and not a lot of depth to it before. Now it's just getting that complexity that I like. Could use some green if we find some vines or if we bring vines back. I know we have some, a ton at the bathhouse actually. So I'm happy with that. I do want to work on pathways though, because I don't know how difficult that's going to be. I plan on using, in fact, I might be able to look into it here because I've got so much stuff with me. Because I'd like to look into these mechanical rollers. Really neat things. I've used them once before, but as it says, it can clean up terrain around tracks. Now I don't know how trains and tracks work yet, but if I'm not mistaken, these also work with mine carts and rails, just like the usual kind we use. So it can clear pathways through, but also if you give it a material, it will clear, but it'll also put something down beneath it. So like a path that you would want to have, the way you want it to look. Yeah, so it can be on other types of contraptions. Okay. Hopefully that's fine with a minecart, but we'll find out. The next one, there's kind of 2 modes. One is what we just saw, destroying and putting down a path. The second is a fill mode, and this is, I think, the one I've used before, where if you have, say, a path above the ground, you can fill everything beneath it with probably dirt or gravel or something easy like that. I think that'll come in handy because it's very rough terrain around us. And I'll probably want to set a pathway that I like and then fill around it so that it looks more natural in the environment. So let's see how many of these we think we're going to need, and then also mark out a pathway because I don't really know what I'm doing yet. So it's electron tube, andesite casing, crushing wheel. And luckily we've got quite a few of these things, except do I not have crushing wheels? Did I use all of them? Oh, they're there. Okay. Whew. Thought I used every last one of them. There we go. Probably, let's see. I want kind of a wide pathway. So say we had a path that was 3 wide, just an example. Then we want 2 on, or we want 1 on either side, because, you know, it would be flanked by some other kind of block, so that would be 5. And then if we want to fill a little bit around that with grass and dirt, then that would be 7. So that might be what we're looking for. And we've got more, so we could always make more. Okay, now we'll need a cart assembler, a redstone torch. We will need a furnace minecart, some chests for the inventory, Then some rail. We could actually probably make a bit more of that. Yeah, that's no problem. Okay, let's run a test with this. So I just dug through here. It's kind of awkward on this side, just a little weird hill. So if I wanted to try the clearing out mode of these things, I'm wondering, can I just clear a path right through to this and stop here? Only one way to find out. Well, I was going to put the rail down, but I guess we actually have to build this thing first. I wonder if it picks everything up as it goes, or also how tall are these? That looks right. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if we look on top, we've got what? Roller mode, clear blocks and pave, straight fill below, slope fill below. Okay, good to know. And paving material. I don't want anything yet there because I think I just want to clear it. For now, we'll just do one chest at the back because I'm going to see if that picks things up. There we go. Lock rotation. See if we got that right. We did. Huzzah. So now, what worries me about this is if we're doing a pathway and then this happens. And this, and this, and this. I'm pretty sure with a train, it goes more on like a sloped, gentler angle, whereas if you're on a minecart, it's gonna go all the way through. So that could be an issue, but that's why we're doing the test. So we want it to get all the way out to here, and hopefully just create an opening here, just kind of pave its way through. And I don't know if I mentioned, but part of the reason for that is because I'm hoping what we can do is make sort of a new pathway up along the side of the hill, and use fill mode where needed to kind of make its own support structure underneath it, if that makes sense. But this is kind of where it would hook up in my mind. I could be completely wrong about that, but first, let's just see if this works. So we've got you here. These should all be set to the default, which is just clearing a path. And I'm hoping it can go up the 1 or 2 inclines over there if I give it a little bit of coal. So here you go. Hey, kinda. Yeah, it kinda works. Look at that. Now what's gonna happen? Ooh, it's not gonna turn. Hold on. Yeah, that's an issue. So when I did lock rotation, that actually wasn't right. I want it to be able to turn, right? I don't know. I mean, it kind of works. Look at that. It's not terrible. The downside is it looks like it's breaking the rail, which it really shouldn't be able to do. Let's see if it makes a difference if I don't lock rotation. We're learning, citizen. Always face towards motion. Pause actor while rotating. Lock rotation. I think always face towards motion. That probably makes sense. Yeah, just out of curiosity. What would happen now? Off you go, fella. So now, are you gonna make it up that hill? Because yeah, now it's actually turning, which is kind of nice. That's what we wanted, but there, yeah, it's just gonna break it. Okay, so it can't go up hills. That's probably where the train track comes into play, because I think it would work. So now, there's our question. Do we try to figure out at least how to simply use a train rail and get a path set up, or try to do our best to use the kinda not ideal mechanics of this one to make it work? Either way, we can clean this up. I kind of feel like we should at least try it with train tracks. We're not going to go any depth into trains because I want that to be its own episode, figuring out trains and building a really nice one and all of that, but I might just see if we can get it rolling. Rolling with rollers. Because this is cleared out somewhat. If we need to, that'll work fine. We can connect up to that area. But like I said, I think it's just going to take something more to have basically a brand new pathway leading up all the way around the side of this mountain and clearing everything out and laying path. And yeah, that's quite the undertaking. So we'll probably need to head back for this because we very briefly looked, but yeah, we'll need a slab, deploy, smoosh. Yeah. Okay, let's head back to the base briefly. And I never do this, so let's go up this way. Haha! Away we go! This is never not exciting. Wait, did it just turned us around? Oh no! We're stuck in a loop. I think this is where we got turned around? Is that right? No, there we go. We got it. Huzzah! I love that. Fortunately, we already have a kind of setup here that it's not exactly what we need, but we can modify this pretty easily to make track. And we'll need another deployer to do that, as well as another smoosher. Then we just get all those added here. So I think that was it, right? Stone slab, iron nugget, smoosh. Yep. So we need stone slab. There we go. That should be plenty. Iron nuggets. We'll put the nuggets up in here. There we go. Because that should then go down into here. Give it that. Do what we need. And I think all we do then is Throw the stone slabs into here. Hey, look at that. We're making train track. Well, that's not so bad. So I guess we'll let it do that for a while. I don't actually know how much we're going to need, but I don't want to have to come back and do more. So we'll try to be safe. Now, if this works, I plan on probably using Tough as the border to the pathway, because we've got a decent amount of that, but the pathway itself, I was almost thinking we could use something we haven't used yet, and that is something we can purchase over at the shopping district. And I think it was back here. Dirty little discounts, 75% off. That's so funny. Oh, somebody might have got all the mud. It might be out over here. What is this? Packed mud. I think that's what I was looking for, right? Because I was thinking of doing this, mud bricks. And yeah, that's just packed mud. So I wonder how much of this we could get. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what, 8 stacks? 5, 6. By the way, who do I give this to? Do I take it into the shop? Yeah, it might be Mr. FoxyNoTail in here. That is incredible. All right, can I give this to you, sir? There we go. Packages here. Yeah, that's all my packed mud. Okay, so maybe we use a bit of that. And it looks like we can come back for more if we need more. But I just thought that would look nice. We'll put these in here. We can't put those in there. Okay. It's like nested groups. You can't put a cardboard package in a shulker box. Like you can't put a shulker box in a shulker box. Unfortunately. Look at that. Tons of train track, but I know we need something else too. And I don't know what it is because I don't know how to use trains. Probably a station? I don't know. Place a station near a track. Maybe I don't need one. Well, to create a new train. Yeah, we would need to use it to assemble a new train, I think. Bogey, using train casing on tracks. Okay, train casing on track. So I think we need this. So train station, we need train casing and a compass, train casing... Dirty sheet. What is going on? There's new things I've never heard of. Oh no. You told me this would be easy, citizen. Okay, brass casing, sturdy sheet. What? Oh, maybe I'm not going to do this. This looks like a pain. This is why it should be its own episode. I mean, could I do it? Yes, absolutely. But this is annoying. I don't want to do this. Okay, I need to think, citizen. Give me a minute. Okay, here's the plan. I'm going to get some of that powdered obsidian that we need for sturdy sheets. And then if I can find in somebody else's workshop that they already have the setup to make these things, then we'll do it. Because somebody's got to have it, right? I'm not going through and doing all that myself. You can't make me, citizen. So we'll grab some obsidian, take that to our crushing wheels, throw that in here. That should go through and give us some of the obsidian back and 7 powdered obsidian. Let's throw it through again, see if we can get 10. Oh wow, just gave it right back to us. Neat. So we got powdered obsidian. In order to get train casing, we need sturdy sheet, which is powdered obsidian that goes through a spout of lava and then 2 smooshers. Somebody must have this set up. I'm willing to bet. Let's go find it and utilize the kindness of the community. Dam does lots of trains. MrBeardstone does lots of trains. That is for precision mechanisms. That's not what we're looking for. Nothing in that one. Not what we're looking for, but it looks like they might have a waxing area here. Good to remember for the future. Nope. More of the basics, but not what I'm looking for. I'm getting the sinking feeling that everybody probably made a ton of sturdy sheet and then just never needed it again, and then just stopped having that as a part of their workshop. Alright, fine. We'll do it ourselves. But I'm not pleased with you, citizen. You promised me somebody else would have it. So we'll get a spout. I'm hoping I can take it mid, I'm not setting up the whole process, so I'm hoping we could hover to the iron farm. I forgot more pipes. Spray it with lava, bring it back over here to be smooshed twice. This should not be this complex. What do you mean it's super easy? Seems complex to me, but then I've never done it before. Okay, I probably should have brought a depot. Will it not work? Actually, we had that one pipe we left over here. Yeah, this should work. That there, this here. No. There we go. Get it going over here. Quickly remove this and put this here. Did it work? Yeah. Fill it up. Okay, so, well, let's just do 1 to be safe. If I do that, what happens? It turns into something. Unprocessed obsidian sheet. Okay, this will work. We just do this. Can you not? Oh, is it still filling? Yeah, I think it's filling. There it goes. And there we go. And last one. There we go. Give me all of those. Ooh, they don't stack. That's annoying. Oh, we've got a package too. 2 packages. Wow. 64 blaze rod and 64 block of experience. Thank you, Mr. Chosen Architect. I hope you enjoyed your bath. We'll come back for those later when I need them, but that is great. Now, mechanical press, we just put all of these in the smoosher. It should go by, smoosh each one, and they'll be nearly done at that point. Then we take them, put them through one more time. And that, I don't even remember what we're trying to get anymore. Yeah, sturdy sheet. Yeah, okay, so train casing is what we're looking for, so it needs to go onto brass casing. Got it. Oh boy, the sturdiest rocks, a new advancement. Let's, we've got 5, let's only do 5 in case we need sturdy sheet for something else. Oh, do I have shuffle on? Yeah, I was wondering why it was doing that. I must have accidentally put shuffle mode on. Okay, so now we go boom, 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 the locomotive age, and we pick it up. Good. On train station, we just needed a compass, that's nice and easy. Boop, 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 bop. Get that. One of these. Get 2 train stations, because I think we'll need them. Then, I think for bogey. Yeah, that's not a thing. I think it was just as you... Yeah, create new bogies by using train casing on tracks. So that was it. Which means I think we might have all the things we need. We've got all this. We've got train station. We've got train casing that goes on there. We have to disassemble the minecart contraption because, yeah, it needs to be different now. Let's do that first. Put that there, get this down, you here, and then unglue it all, and take it all back. Oh, by the way, it did pick up stuff as it was going. That's good to know. Neato. Okay, let's get everything here, bring it back over, see if we can figure this out. You're gonna tell me how to do this, right, citizen? Probably makes sense to do a short test, kind of like we did before, just so I don't spend a lot of time marking this out only to find out it's not really gonna work. So lots of room here. As an example, if we wanted to connect up here, and it'll probably go multiple directions, because if we started down here and somehow came up here in a path, went across here, we could go this way over bridges, but it also might want to turn this way to go around the back. So either way, we would need to get a path up here. Maybe that's our test, is just trying to get a path from here up to there. Actually, that might be kind of a sharp turn going up there, so what if instead we went down around here? There would have to be a support structure underneath it, because I wouldn't want to fill all that with dirt. Man, this is complex. Actually, maybe we could hug the side. Maybe we could come along here, hug this, go up and around, and get up there. I'm sure it gets easier as you go with this, planning this stuff out, but so far, a bit difficult. Right now I'm marking out what I believe would be a sort of template for the elevation change that I would want for the path, because I think the train track can just sit on top of that. What I'm not sure about is will it be able to make these kinds of zany turns that I'm putting in? Well, let's find out. So I started it down here. It's going to hug really close to this side, or the wall of this first hill on the, what is this, the south side. So we'll kind of hug that, go all the way around here, and then when we get here, it connects up to this pathway and comes right up this way. Will it work? No idea. I don't even know how to use this train track, so if I click here, will it know to connect these up? Like if I click here, how do I make them connect? Click on an existing track first, and then second track. Okay. Click on you, and can only turn... Oh, can connect. There we go. So let's see, how obnoxious is that? Yeah, kind of obnoxious, but let's go with it. Okay, then you go to... cannot create sloped S-bends. Okay, that's good to know, but I don't really know what that means. Turn too sharp. It's not turning at all. Oh, do I have to just face a different way? Yeah, this is going to take some getting used to. It's pretty weird. Turn too sharp. Something tells me this is going to cause problems, because now I'm not going to be able to turn here. Well, this has been an enormous pain to try to figure out, but that's kind of as close as I can get it, and you can tell we did pass this by. So my thought is, if we want to do a path here, we can manually do a bit to, well, if this works. If this creates a pathway, then we can manually sort of connect it up via a stairway or something like that. But that took absolutely forever for me to figure out, just because I'm so not used to the mechanics of this. But that being said, I'm going to go clean up a couple of these things, and then we'll need to build the train a bit different than I was thinking initially, because I was going to center it, kind of like we did with the minecart contraption, but now that's not going to work, because I had to get very close to the side of the hill. So we'll have to weight it off to one side, but that should be fine. Okay. Now, we need to figure out trains. And we also need to realize I probably should have also made train controls, because I don't know how we would even do this without those. But either way, we can go back for that. I want to set this down here. Wait. Oh, right click. Looks like it's going in that direction, which is what we want. We put it down here. Bound target to track. Okay. And then we just put one of these train casings down. That didn't do it. I swear that's what it told me to do. Open the UI and switch to assembly mode. Okay, that might be why. Create new train? Train assembly. No bogies. Use train casing and highlight a track to create bogies. Remove blah, 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 blah. Yep. Okay. Now... No. You lied to me once again. It says highlighted tracks. I don't know that anything's highlighted. Not working. Interesting. Create new train. Close window. And then nothing works. It doesn't work. Okay, let's just try this again. Train station. Down. Successfully bound to targeted track. Create new train. Assemble train. There's nothing there to assemble. Ooh, okay. Now there's a new... That wasn't there last time. There we go. Okay. Small bogey. It's nighttime. I need to sleep. Now, it doesn't really matter how this looks because I'm gonna disassemble it pretty soon after we're done. But like we said, if we're going up this, I mean, I'd like to have the track centered until it gets to like right here, and then it'll need to be more weighted to the left. So if I did that right here, well, it might still work. I could start the track out here, go along this way. Yeah. So let's do that. Pretty much everything off to this side. Get some chests put in because I will be eventually putting down some blocks and glue it all together? Question mark. There we go. Now what happens when I build carriages attached to one or two bogey? No, that should be fine. Assemble train? No structure attached to bogey 1. Resolve this and retry. Okay. Do I have to actually glue it to it? Glue it to it. Maybe that's why. Let's try that. Attach at least one forward-facing train control block. Oh yeah, that's right. We do need those train controls. Forgot about that. Let's go make that and a seat. Then we can probably assemble this. Okay, back in a moment. All right, there we go. Train controls, we can grab that. Then I don't know if you need it or not, but we may as well grab a seat while we're here. Grab a seat. There we go. Hopefully that's it. So we've got train controls. Is that the right way? Really hard to tell. I don't know because there's nothing on it yet. We're going to assume that's the right way. And we're going to put a seat right there. Get that all glued together and see if it likes it now. Assemble train. Hey, all aboard. We did it. And I'm very clever, so we're going to name it Pathy for now because we're just making paths with it. Okay. Now this worries me. Actually, I didn't do... Probably should have done all this stuff before I assembled it. We can always reassemble it, but for now, let's just maybe run it and see that it can make it all the way up. And I also don't know how to drive a train. I'm sure that's not the right term. Yeah, let's just take this for a test run. Ooh boy. Hey, look at me! Conductor Legion. It just put a hat on me. I didn't put that on. Where did I get a hat? Alright, either way. What do I do? Right click. Now controlling Pathy. Am I? So if I go forward... Whoa! Okay. Yep. So we go all the way around here. Might run into that tree. That goes pretty quick. And okay, so we know it does something. It is breaking a few things out. I just got hurt. But not a lot, which is probably good because I want the path to not really go inside the hill. But that goes up. We hit this. Looks good. We broke through some of that. And I think that's the end of the track. Go backwards. I don't want to fall off. Okay. So it works. That works. Now we need to pick the, am I not, I'm not on the seat anymore. What happened? Anyway, we need to fill the chests. Yeah, I'm getting pushed by that stone. That's what it is. Okay. And set the filters on the rollers. Yeah, well, let's figure this out. But first we need to get you right there. I think that's it, right? Yeah. Oh boy. How do I stop controlling contraption? There we go. No, not create new train. How do I edit this train? Station, open all. Does it need to be like forward a bit? Just looked it up. It said you might have to use space to properly pull into the station. So if I press space, hold, it said something, but I didn't see it. Hold space to approach track station. I can't read that. Arrived at track station? Is that what that says? So does that mean now I'm at the station and I can edit Pathy? Yeah, disassemble train. Ooh, there is a lot to figure out with this. Also, before I forget, this kept knocking me out, so we probably want to dig a bit of this out, and then hopefully we can get by without too much to do. Okay, that should be fine. And now we want the ones on the ends, the very side ones, to, well, this will be on the inside. Sloped fill below. I think both on the outside. We want to slope fill below with dirt. No, not all of them. Does it have to all be the same thing? Or maybe I do that first. Maybe I go through, they all slope fill with dirt the whole path. Then I come back and I switch it to clear box and pave, and we do what I was thinking with that. This might be risky, but I'm willing to try it. I need a lot more dirt. And I thought I brought more. I guess I didn't. Well, let's see what that does. Assemble train. Looks good. 293 dirt. That won't get us very far. But I do want to see if it works. So if I say now controlling pathy, push forward. Yeah, it is working. And I'm already out of dirt. But you can see what it's doing there. So we'll do that all the way up this way and create a new path. Because we're smart, see? I don't know if that's true. Back to the station. Alright, I'll go get some more dirt. We'll fill out this whole thing with a dirt path. Then we'll make a better looking path on the very top of it. We've got a plan. Get ready for a bonkers time-lapse, citizen. My replay mod did not like the fact that I had a train here. Not one bit. So unfortunately, this whole time-lapse includes the train looking like a kid trying caffeine for the first time and downing 6 cans of pop, or some other quirky and relatable simile. Anyway, I was able to stick to the plan, using the rollers to fill dirt underneath the track that we set up, followed by tough slabs, and finally mud brick slabs in the configuration that we talked about. The pathway stops somewhat abruptly, but we'll have plenty of time in future episodes to get that extended where needed. I'd call that a decent proof of concept. I did run into 1 or 2 issues. I cleared off pretty much this entire hill over here of dirt, and somehow I still ran out. This takes a lot. So right at the end here, we don't have any dirt. I'm probably going to have to fix that, especially if we're continuing this path around, which I think we will. I did remove the train and destroyed it because it's easy enough to make, and I don't even think you can pick them up and put them elsewhere. You have to keep them somewhere. Like, you can't keep them in your pocket. This now leads up to here, but this is a bit odd. I don't like that at all, so we'll be fixing that up at some point. I'm just not quite sure what I want to do yet. So for now, we're going to leave it. I have a lot to do. I mean, obviously, I'm probably going to put lighting and stuff along the pathway. We might decorate it in other ways, like put plants and things like that along the edges. But I'm glad we figured it out. We at least know this works. We can use those rollers to fill with dirt and then arrange them in such a way that they create a path. Also, you can at least tell someone lives here now. There's something. Now, the only thing that's left is lots and lots of cleanup back at the base because these are all just overflowing with basically junk. So let's go clean up. Lots more to do here in future episodes, and I'll be counting on you for much of that because you'll let me know what I missed. Please and thank you, citizen. Alright, that's kinda a little bit more organized, but before we wrap up, I noticed something out here. Look at that. New village. Let's take a look before we finish. Look at this. There's little houses down here. There's stalls. Looks like we got a fish market going on. I wouldn't necessarily want to eat that one. Underwater bits and bobs. Very nice. The fisherman's hut. This is great. And behind me, Ropey's rope shop that sells rope. Very impressive. Looking at all this, I'm sure that it was Throlash that built this, not FoxyNoTail. Yep, 100%. But yeah, man, this looks great. Cranky's mining hut. Very nice. What's this? Legion's side of the dock this way. Okay, apart from the big sign, Foxy did that. Nope, that was Throlash. So this appears to be saying that I'm supposed to do what is over here on this side, but I already have a lot of work to do. Ugh, maybe that'll be a future episode. We do this side of the dock, add to the carrot shop. We'll see about all that. Either way, everything looks very nice down there, and we'll definitely need to prioritize for the next episodes because we need to create a train, hook up to the train network, continue building the permanent base, improve that tunnel for Stam, and like 300 other things that I'm already forgetting about, I'm sure. But with that, I will say, as always, thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one, citizens.